Another opening, another show, Herb.
Break a beak, Don.
Well, that's not a very nice thing to say.
No, Don. You see, that's the way penguins in show business say good luck.
Well, that doesn't sound like good luck to break a beak. How could you talk? How could you eat?
Brother, okay, I take it back.
Oh, so now you're wishing me bad luck.
No, I'm the one with bad luck because I'm standing here talking to you. Turn on Beakman.
Well, aren't you going to wish me luck?
Fact! A square inch of human skin contains as many as 625 sweat glands. Woo! Don't sweat it! I'm Beakman, and you've just broken into Beakman's world. My brain has some spare room. Lease me a question, Phoebe.
First and last monthing. And security depositing. Sorry. Okay, here's one from Heather Bauer of Louisville, Kentucky, and another from Autumn Chanel of Openburg, New York, and Chelsea Johnson of Reno, Nevada. And then...
Relax.
Okay. Last but not least, Stephen Enamorati of St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada.
And why are these questions kept in a trunk? He said, lobbing her a straight line.
Because our viewers want to know everything that's relevant about elephants.
Did you say elephants? Prepare yourself for a stampede of elephant eloquence. Ah, elephants, aka pachyderms, the largest and most powerful of all living land mammals. A male African elephant can measure 33 feet from the tip of its tail to the end of its trunk and weigh an average of 12,000 pounds, as much as 4 mid-sized cars.
Elephants live in peaceful family units and are entirely vegetarian. To keep cool, they also bathe every day when water is available.
Bring out Chaka!
Ta-da!
Get the shovel! There are 2 species of elephants. The African elephant
And Shaka here are Indian or Asiatic elephant. There are many differences between the two, but just remember this if you ever have to tell them apart.
The African elephant is taller and heavier and has much larger ears and tusks than the Asiatic elephant.
You know, I hate to bother you two in the middle of a scintillating scientific spiel, but I was just wondering when Jumbo over there is going to start doing some tricks.
She doesn't do any tricks.
But you do, Lester. So while we talk about elephants,
You can entertain viewers all over Beakman's world.
Lester will perform more amazing tricks while we discuss a most remarkable organ, the elephant's trunk. It's so strong, it can pick up a 600-pound log, and so sensitive, it can pick up a peanut.
Whoa! We call it a trunk, but it's actually a combined upper lip and nose. An adult's is about 5 feet long.
The elephant breathes and smells with its trunk and uses it to carry food and water to its mouth.
And an elephant can give itself a shower by shooting water through its trunk.
All adult elephants have tusks.
But female Indian elephants like Shaka have small tusks that can only be seen when their mouths are open.
Elephants use their tusks to fight and to dig for food. Tusks can grow to be over 10.5 feet long. And what are tusks?
They're what we all have in our mouths, a hypho tooth called an incisor.
Except an elephant's incisors are made of ivory and can weigh more than 200 pounds each. That's heavy!
What's that, girl? Oh,
It's only been in recent years that scientists have discovered that most of the sounds that elephants communicate to each other are so low that they can't be heard by humans.
Oh. These low rumbling noises can travel for miles.
Which lets elephants reach out and tusk someone.
Elephants also squeak, gurgle, chirp, and trumpet to each other.
Try this fingering, Lester. Anyway, Indian elephants like Chaka are much easier to train than their African colleagues, which is why you usually see Indian elephants at the circus.
Elephants are an endangered species. Well, that means that they're disappearing in the wild at alarming rates. Despite laws to protect them, many elephants are still killed for their ivory. Also, people have settled on most of the lands where elephants lived.
There are fewer than 1 million elephants left in the wild. Now, that might sound like a lot, but it's a small number compared to how many of these mighty animals there used to be.
Is it true that elephants never forge checks?
Oh! I think what Lester means is it true that elephants never forget?
Elephants do have excellent memories and rarely forget what they learn.
And I hope that Heather, Autumn, Chelsea, Stephen, and all of you who asked about elephants from all over the USA will not forget what you learned today.
Bada bing, bada bang, bada bing!
Coming up next, it's not the Beakman challenge. It's the Beak Mom challenge. We'll be back with the mother of all mothers.
Beakman's World will be right back. And now, back to Beakman's World.
It's deep, and I don't think it's playable. It's time to thwack your thoughts. Here he is, the bosun of boldness, the helmsman of hilarity, the big daddy Roth of the scientific cloth, the one, the only, the Beakman.
You scrub 'em, I'll drub 'em. Let's belly roll.
My last day, and I think you're all...
Question! Keith Backlund of Clarksburg, Maryland writes, Dear Beakman, do all rivers run into the ocean?
Let me see. Joan Rivers does.
Can we talk?
Or did she run into Ricky Lake?
You're all wet, Lester. Most rivers do end up flowing into an ocean or lake, but not the rivers flowing south from the Tisili Mountains in North Africa. They slow down to a trickle and disappear into the dry sands of the Sahara Desert.
Question, what are singing sandals?
Answer, singing sandals were worn in Japan during the 1800s. They had a bellows in each heel, which worked something like an accordion. As the wearer's heels came up, the bellows filled with air, and this air was forced out when the heel came down, producing musical notes.
Question, how much water do wild koala bears drink?
Answer, absolutely, positively none. Koalas, which are not bears but marsupials like kangaroos, get all the moisture they need from the eucalyptus leaves they eat. Their name comes from an Australian Aborigine word that means no drink.
And my name comes from a Latin word that means no show business career.
Oh my! Do you know what that music means?
I know. It's time to humiliate me once again with the Beakman Challenge.
No, Lester. It's time to humiliate you once again with the Beakman Challenge.
Lester, I hope you're hungry for a challenge.
Well, first of all, Beak Mambo lessons, before we begin, I'd just like to say how glad I am that it's you and not your son, Beakman, doing the challenging.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Now today...
I mean, you have a fine boy there, but he tends to delight in humiliating a certain guy in a certain rat suit.
Don't worry, Lester. I wouldn't think of doing anything to... Is that a spot on your costume?
Where?
Bada bing!
Good one, Beak Mom.
Okay, now let's bada boogie. I have here a piece of jelly toast. Lester, I challenge you to knock this piece of jelly toast off the counter and have it land jelly side up.
Oh, easy. In fact, a piece of toast. Well, that was just for practice. Thank you, Ray.
Jelly toast? Loser.
Oh, I get it. It can't be done because the jelly side is heavier, and so it falls to the floor faster.
Congratulations, Lester! He got it absolutely wrong! I fooled him. Actually, it's trick toast. Look!
Huh?
Oh, I'm a fun mom. Actually, it isn't trick toast. I will now show you how to knock it off the kitchen counter and have it land jelly side up. You just put it on the counter, jelly side down. Oh, bada ba, bada boast, bada hot jelly toast.
I don't get it.
Of course not. You're a certain guy in a certain rat suit.
Hey!
Oh. Now, here's how it works. When a piece of toast goes over the edge of a kitchen counter, the front end starts falling before the back end. That makes the toast start spinning. Since it takes only a fraction of a second to hit the floor, the toast only has time to turn over once. In fact, you'd have to drop your jelly toast from a counter 10 feet high to give it time to spin all the way around to land jelly side up. So there! Thank you for letting me challenge you, Lester. I hope I didn't humiliate you too much.
Oh, no. You humiliated me just the right amount. Oh, by the way, is that a spot on your apron?
You mean like that one?
I got one too.
Got him.
Coming up next, we look into the way doctors look into your body. Beakman will be back with an extremely exhilarating and exhaustive examination of X-rays. So don't exit.
Beakman's World will be right back. And now, back to Beakman's World.
This is no dry run. Moisten me with a question, Phoebe.
Drizzling. Jeremy Wiltsey of Walker, Iowa writes, Dear Beakman, who invented the X-ray?
A very exciting question, Jeremy.
Perhaps the answer can be found in the X-Files.
Extraordinarily lame answer, Lester. There's only one man who can really explain X-rays, and we had to exhume him to do it.
Let's give a big Beakman's World
Hello.
to a guy who's been 6 feet below. A German being introduced by...
A Weimann, Wilhelm Röntgen.
Make no bones about it, Wilhelm Röntgen is in the house.
Actually, this is an information center.
Well, excuse me.
Well, it isn't every day we have the man who discovered X-rays here.
I remember when I discovered my ex-girlfriend. It was in a little cafe in the French countryside. Our eyes met and she spewed. Or, as the French say,
Thank you, Lester. I was hoping Herr Röntgen can explain X-rays.
Ah, X-rays. Exceptional. Listen closely. The year was 1895, when I discovered invisible rays that could be used instead of light to take photographs. I called them
X-rays!
right, because X is the scientific symbol for the unknown.
who knew?
Exactly! But now I know that these rays were rays of electromagnetic energy, just like light or microwaves.
Oh, radio waves?
But because of their short wavelengths, they passed easily through some substances like flesh, but were largely stopped by others, such as bone.
So, if you use X-rays to take a picture of a person's body, you wouldn't see the skin, but you'd see the bones inside.
I don't want to get an X-ray.
Be brave, Lester. X-rays don't hurt a bit. Now, put your arms up. Oh, okay, put him down. Put him down. He's ready, WR.
Danke, Liebchen. The X-ray machine creates an X-ray, also called a radiograph. By passing a beam of X-rays from this machine through Lester's body and onto the piece of photographic film behind Lester here.
Okay, Lester, take a deep breath, hold it, and don't move.
And there you be, all done.
I can't stand the pain.
Lester, you know you can't feel an X-ray?
Pain is a state of mind, and I happen to be out of state. Let's do this again over the holidays.
An X-ray is a window through which a doctor can look inside your body. That's very odd.
Give it to me straight, Doc.
Take a look for yourself.
Lester, you swallowed a calendar?
Well, I like to stay a year ahead on fiber.
Other than that, you appear to be in excellent physical health.
All right.
As for his mental health, I wouldn't insist on a jury trial if I were him.
Sustain.
I think I better go now. But remember, Röntgen was here! Peekaboo! X-rays have many uses. Dentists use them to find cavities and impacted teeth.
Doctors use them to find broken bones.
They also keep airplanes safe by finding tiny cracks in metal you could never find with your naked eye.
Airport scanners use X-rays to see what's in your suitcase.
Archaeologists, people who study the way we used to live, use X-rays to check out treasures without damaging them. Thanks to the X-ray, we can look inside and from the shape of its bones, tell if the mummy was a daddy or a mummy.
Hi there.
So, Jeremy Wiltsey of Walker, Iowa.
That's how X-rays work.
Each and every day.
Yeah, what she said.
X-ray machine isn't the only thing that produces X-rays. Come right back for something extra special.
Beakman's World will be right back. And now, back to Beakman's World.
X-rays aren't just produced by X-ray machines.
They're produced in nature, too. X-rays are produced by the sun, other stars, pulsars, and certain other heavenly bodies.
Why, Phoebe, I didn't think you'd noticed. And you'll all be seeing more of my heavenly body.
Next time.
On Beakman's World.
Oh, look, someone carved an X on the ice, Don.
Well, it must have been Zorro.
Zorro would leave a Z.
Oh. Well, he leaves X's now just to confuse people.
Well, in your case, it seems to be working.
Huh?
Turn off the remote.